Books I am looking forward to in the 2026 February birthday month. Looking forward to these. Your top 20 new releases that I'm looking forward to in February 2026. And hey, this is the D. Louise Book Series channel where I read books and I talk about books. No special effects, no theme music, none of that fancy spinchy going on here. Very low budget, like zero budget. And if you could please hit the like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Thumbs up all the time. If one person gives a thumbs up and one person gives it down, then the algorithm is 50%. It really sucks. So, if you can't say nothing nice, please don't say nothing. But hit the thumbs up anyway. You know, think about it. You go through Facebook and you're scrolling and scrolling. You hit the like button, to let people know you've seen it or that you liked it. On YouTube, however, you hold back your likes. It's just weird how that works. You watch some of those bigger... someone could have 1 million views and they'll have like 1,000 likes. People just hold back their likes. Anyway, book 1. Shannon Abe. In the turn of the century England, the Jovelet family lives a charmed existence. Daughter of wealthy vineyard owner and French pianist, vicious Marguerite, the eldest of 3, loves spinning stories and entertaining her family's well-connected friends. No one is surprised when she announces at 18 she intends to become an actress. Her sister Inez, a virtuoso violinist, moves to London with her. Soon the two beauties are being celebrated in the highest social circles. Marguerite takes the stage name Rita and quickly draws the attention of legendary theater producer Charles Foreman. From the West End to Broadway and then in the new medium of silent film, Rita is known for her sultry eyes, her mystic smile, and her star burns bright with every role. While filming in Italy, she's courted by a charismatic aristocrat, and Rita feels the verge of life even better than her dreams. Inez Manuel has found love and travels the world with her adored husband. Yet, soon war is raging across Europe. Rita is in New York for the premiere of Cecil B. DeMille's The Unafraid, receives a word from Inez that her brother is about to enlist. Hoping to see him before he departs, Rita books a ticket on the fastest steamer of the RSM Lusitania. But the ship sails under a British flag, and the German government warns that such vessels are fair game. Few believe Germany would risk attacking a ship carrying Americans, certainly not one as swift and imposing as the Lusitania. Are they in for a rude awakening? We'll get to that one at the end. Another book I'm looking forward to, and I'll have to get to it before you'll see it when this comes out. But I have another. Where is it? Hold on a second. So I just spent 45 minutes looking for the Patterson book that sat on my coffee table for a year waiting for me to read, and it's missing. So now I need 2 books. So I need, where was it? No special effects here. I need The House of Cross and Return of the Spider and Alex Cross Must Die. I have to double check Alex Cross Must Die. I know I read one more. So I need at least 2 books before I get to this. So this is Cross and Sampson. It's a spin-off series. Let's see what happens here. In Washington, D.C., Metro PD Detective John Sampson stands in a crater in the middle of D.C. Street calling in the bomb squad. Oh, so this is Sampson taking charge of the book instead of Alex taking charge of the book. Dispatch, this is Sampson. Contact the FBI and the ATF. We've got a suspect of terrorist attack here in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Alex Cross searches the apartment of missing psychology grad student, his own son Damon. Following in his famous father's footsteps, Damon's a target. From FBI headquarters and police stations, airplanes, and murder scenes, the detective tracks crimes committed hundreds of miles apart. It will take more than the distance to witness the partnership of Alex, Sampson, and Cross. Next one. Debbie Macomber, sugar and spice kisses yesterday once more. Abruptly calling off her engagement and leaving town 3 years later, Julie Hossack is back in Wichita, hoping to start anew and earn the forgiveness of her ex-fiancé Daniel Van Dien. She may not have been ready to marry him back then, but she never stopped loving him. Yet every time she runs into Daniel, she can tell his feelings are hurt and his anger hasn't faded. Well, duh! You blew the guy up. You gotta make nice now. You gotta have little conversations. Work your way towards a bigger conversation. Work your way towards a meal or a coffee. Jane Gilbert longs to attend her high school reunion with handsome man on her arms. Still single 10 years after graduation, Jane wants nothing more than to prove her former bullies wrong. The only romances in her life are those she reads about, so at the encouragement of coworker, Jane determines to do her research. As Jane prepares to teach herself how to land a man, an encounter with neighbor Riley Chambers changes everything. So there's two stories in one. I have. Wait a second. Chrissy, put that other picture up. The white one. Because you can't find that book either. It was on your coffee table. Alright, this one. Kim Harrison, Secondhand Luck. It's been months since Petra Grady bonded with her shadow pluck. With the help of researcher Benedict Storm, she has made a place for herself at St. Doc University as the first weaver to use shadow magic in 1,000 years. But some are not happy to acknowledge the new shadow weaver pair. Petra and Puck aren't surprised when they're blamed for everything that's gone wrong. A lady we know well. MC BEATON, Death of a Groom. It's February and the Scottish Highlands village of Loch Dub is dealing with heavy snow and freezing temperatures. Sergeant Hammock Macbeth can handle the weather, but with a surprise influx of high society visitors for Valentine's Day wedding at Talmel Castle, he has even bigger problems. The guest list includes not one but two women from his own romantic past. Oh, he's got to deal with it. I was an ice skater. I don't know if I can find one of the pictures. If I can find one, I'll show you. I was an ice skater. I did win first place once. And see, you leave it at that. You say you won first place and just leave it at that. You don't say you were the only one competing in that age bracket. You leave that part off. You just say you won first place once. The Wild Card, a Vancouver Storm novel. Former player Tate Ward has come easily the best coach in professional hockey, leading the Vancouver Storm team to victory. Everyone is in love with the handsome, authoritative single dad, except Jordan Hathaway, the newest staff member on the Vancouver Storm team. Jordan was more than comfortable behind her bar at the team's favorite watering hole when her father threatens to sell the team, though she's forced to put her grievances aside and work with the man she likes, everyone but her, Coach Tate Ward. We've talked about this lady quite often. ELLIE Alexander, The Whisking Hour. Fall is full flush in the charming hamlet of Ashland, Oregon, and baker Juliet Capshaw is excited to celebrate the season with a night at the theater. Lance Russo, Ashland's renowned theater director and one of Julie's closest friends, had put his own spin on a production of the Broadway classic Perfect Crime, drawing the audience into a cozy New York apartment as a nefarious set of suspects pulls off the perfect murder. As the final show approaches, Julie and the team are eagerly whipping up a murderous feast to cast for the party, baking a bevy of treats like panna cotta eyeballs with orange coots, deviled eggs, and savory cheese fingers with pumpkin dipping sauce. And obviously someone gets murdered. My Taurus lady. We may go back to those one day. We may try this one. This is Miss Calhoun, Sleuthing with the Stars, Book 6. Business is booming as Olympic cyclist and famous filmmaker come to town for festival and schedule signings at Rarity's Bookshop. Luckily, her former employee Darby is back from Scotland and ready to help out. The vivacious young staffer catches the eyes of both author and accepts a date with the filmmaker. Unfortunately, when she goes for popcorn and returns to her seat, she finds the guy dead. I'm thinking of reading these. If he wasn't a game warden, that's what kind of bothers me about that whole series. Him and, yeah, that's what bothers me about this series. He's a game warden. Mary Beth Pickett gets the call. She has always her husband Joe is in critical condition with a gunshot wound to the head. Joe was found in a pickup at Antler Creek Junction, a crossroads connecting 3 ranches, each road leading to a dangerous family, each family with a different bone to pick with the local game warden. Mary Beth and the new sheriff assume that Joe was ambushed by one of the families, but have no idea which one did it. Miss Coulter, if you've gone through with me with the FBI series, Sherlock and Savix, and then followed through with the FBI Brit series, she also has a Regency series called the Sherbrookes. Might want to check those out. And she's done a little bit of a spin-off with Ryder Sherbrooke. But anyway, this is The Heir of Whitestone, England, 1842. Queen Victoria reigns. Buckingham Palace is overrun with rats, and the streets of London are filled with intrigue. Alex is a brilliant young innovator designing cutting-edge train engines, but Alex has a secret. He really isn't Alex. As a boy, he was pulled from the Thames, presumed John, with no memory of who he was. Rescued and raised by the formidable Ryder Sherbrooke, Alex has built a new life, but his past is catching up with him. Lady Camilla Roman has problems of her own, trapped by a shaming stepmother and a family determined to see her married off. She's as clever as she is desperate. When fate throws her into Alex's past, their connection is undeniable. Some Harlequins! Blackmail to the White Veil. Despite their painful past, Annie's last resort is to beg Theo to save the family business. She should have known the self-made billionaire would seize his chance for revenge against her father. She always despised him. Will he help her out? We will definitely be doing Lindsay. See Lindsay and Sully and Beth and the rest of the gang at Briar Creek. We love our Briar Creek group, so look for this book during the summer of 2026. Jenn McKinley, Booking for Trouble, Libraries Lover Mystery Book 16. Just off the shores of coastal Connecticut town of Briar Creek are 2 small islands which library director Lindsay Norris visits with her new book boat inspired by the bookmobile she's been traveling across the country. Nothing, not even the infamous feud between the families who own these split islands, can stop Lindsay from getting books into the hands of readers. But when Lindsay and their boat captain Mike Sullivan discover a body on the rock cropping of one of the lands, Lindsay's new library venture comes quickly under a murder investigation. It's a good book. All the cops and all the depth, they're all her friends. Alright, Miss Ivy. Alexandra Ivy, Dragon Magic. Wind takes what she wants. Nothing stops walls, not spells, not even a coven of clever mages. Certainly not rules. Her immunity to magic gives her access to rare artifacts and life of luxury. But her cunning, fearlessness, and defiant nature protect her in a world where no one cares. It worked for centuries. Now the horrible dreams haunting her suggest that corruption has gotten past her guard. Inconvenient timing, since somehow a mysterious stranger is tracking her every move. When he finally catches up, Asa is like no one Wynn's ever known. Gorgeous, secretive, and obviously protective, he seems to think the corruption burning through Wynn is an ancient curse on his people. Jennifer Breedlove, Murder Will Out. Little North Island of the Coast of Maine is beautiful. It could be a postcard. Organist Willow Stone cherishes the memories of childhood summers spent on the island with her godmother Sue, even though her visits ended abruptly and she hasn't seen or heard from her godmother in years. The Islanders rarely mention Sue without bringing up Cameron House and the controversy around Sue's unexpected inheritance of the sprawling mansion. When Willow overhears someone threatening the next heir to the property, she starts to question whether Sue's death was really an accident. Yes, ma'am. Well, another book we will definitely be doing. Watch for it in July 2026. Murder at an Irish Session. A pregnant Siobhan. Siobhan is pregnant. Her and her police officer husband, who's her boss, and all her siblings run the bar or restaurant or pub, whatever you want to call it. Siobhan loves to enjoy playing trade music to bring her brother CLARENE, but is concerned that he'll never find a maid, pulls at her heartstrings. So she proposes the Kilbane host a music and matchmaking festival to draw single trade musicians. While renowned matchmaker Liam plays Cupid with his lucky book music, and hopefully love will fill the pubs with autumn air. Turning on his precious ladybook to Sebon for safekeeping, Liam takes the stage to introduce match musician couples who will kick off the festival in the town square. Suddenly, all goes black. When the lights come back on, the matchmaker is deceased. Come here. Come here. You're bugging at me. Oh, stop. You're the one looking at me. Okay, that was Pussycat Interrupt Us. Alright, Steve Berry. The Devil's Bible. Former Justice Department operative Cotton Malone is called to Sweden when the younger sister of King Willem is kidnapped. The ransom demand hand over an 800-year-old book. The Code Gigas, the largest illuminated medieval manuscript in the world. Claimed as war loot from Bohemia in 1648, it's been kept in Stockholm for nearly 400 years. Along the way, it's also acquired another mysterious moniker, the Devil's Bible. Now the Czech Republic wants the codex back, and Sweden has agreed to return it, but forces are at work to stop the deal from happening. The likely instigator, Russia, who is also of the top of the list for possible kidnappers. It's up to Cotton and Cassiopeia to locate the king's sisters, secure the codes, and thwart the Russians. Yet nothing is as it seems. Trusted allies become hostile enemies. Long-standing enemies suddenly shift into partners. Making matters worse, an array of conflicting personalities reemerge from Cotton's past. I love Cotton. If you haven't watched the page, go back. Please go watch the D. Louise book series Patriot Index, Steve Berry's Patriot Index. I go off on them. I need to do that again because I did it over in the corner and the lighting's bad and the sound's probably really horrible too. It's one of my earlier videos. But I went off on the book, something terrible. It is just awesome. All the stuff that's actually physically true from the book. True facts. Did you know that a French guy paid for the American Revolution? Really? Seriously, a French guy did. He went bankrupt too. Another, my gal pal, who, if you haven't watched all of my Black Dagger Brotherhood videos, please go watch all my Black Dagger Brotherhood videos. D. Louise book series, Black Dagger Brotherhood, J.R. Ward, Darius, Dark Lover, Eternal Lover, Enshrined, all of them. And then after you watch all those videos of me talking about the books and you've read all the books and you still got a few pennies left, Netflix, Black Dagger Brotherhood, then each season is a new book. They started with Dark Lover. So she's got a new series going here, or a spin-off. Crown of War and Shadow, J.R. Ward. In the dead of night, passions rise and empires fall. Welcome to the kingdoms of compass. The fulcrum is falling and demons are slipping into the mortal world, stalking the night. No one is safe, not even Sorrel. An orphan and outcast, she spent her life within the walls of her small village, ostracized for her magical abilities. She wants to survive and maybe find somewhere she can call her true home. But fate has other plans. Sorrel has been chosen and cursed. She must cross the Badlands to return the Queen's crown and convince the fearsome female to save the world from destruction. Well aware she's no brave hero, Sorrel makes a dangerous deal at Merc, a brooding, commanding mercenary known only to his unscrupulous profession. Another book. We started this series. This should be, it's book 4. We did all these. We did the first 3 books, so please go check those out. Delia's book series, Kelly Armstrong, Haven Rock. There's three of them. This is the fourth. We will definitely look for this in, let's say, April, May of 2026. Detective Casey Duncan and her husband Sheriff Eric Dalton are entertaining a new chapter of life as parents to their 6-month-old baby. Their family is hidden away in the sanctuary town of Havens Rock, where they can live safe and private lives. But when they encounter hikers too close to the border of Havens Rock, they realize they're in danger of being exposed. And then the next day, the hikers are found dead. Oops. And our final book that I will have in my hands the day it comes out, because you know me, and join me every single Saturday. We started the Saturday after Christmas, and we're going to read the entire 2026 year, because these are my books, these are my peeps, and I'm going to read them and talk them. Spoiled. I've gone through the whole series. I went through the whole series in 2023, and I couldn't reread the books without talking about and reviewing the books a second time. So to do something different, I decided to read all of the quotes, spoil all of the character progression. The second videos are not discussing plot or theme or anything like that, but I discuss the characters and the characters having conversations and the characters interacting. I spoil all of the characters and talk about it for hours. And it's the new book is Stolen in Death. J.D. Robb. Eve is a lieutenant in the New York City Police and Security Department. Rourke is her husband. Eve is her partner. McNabb is Peabody's life partner, and he's also a detective in EDD. Feeney is Eve's former trainer, and he's captain of EDD. Mavis is her best friend. Her husband is Leonardo. Rourke's major domo is Somerset. We have Nadine, our reporter, our publisher, our TV, everything. She's an Oscar winner. Stolen in Death, book 62. A blow to the head with a block of amethyst has left billionaire Nathan Barrister dead, while a nearby vault is a door ajar, sits filled with priceless paintings, jewelry, and other treasures. Lieutenant Eve's Dallas husband, Rourke, who misspent his youth in Ireland as a scrappy thief, recognizes at least 2 stolen pieces among the hoard. The crime scene suggests a burglar caught in the act, but only one item seems to be missing. Then it's revealed that the vault has actually belonged to the victim's late father, and no one in the household knew it was there until a recent remodeling project exposed it. To protect the family name and business, they explained to Eve they've been looking for a way to return the ill-gotten gains anonymously and avoid the police, but now the police are all over the elegant house and have a bigger, bloodier mystery to solve. So look for this review in April of May of 2026. And then we'll do it again in probably January of 2027, because we still got to go through all the other books to get to this one again. So you'll see this book twice. And if you could please hit the like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good one.